Hi guys, so in today's video we will learn how to pass props, what are props and why we need them, and in the later part of this video I will explain you what are the drawbacks of props. Okay, so basically what are props? Props are a mechanism to pass our data from our parent element or parent component to child component. Okay, so to explain this further, I will just create up a increment and decrement counter, and I will try to pass our data from our parent element to our child components. Okay, so I will rush on to the creation of our React project. Okay, so I have this use state imported in our project, so I am assuming that you know the concept of use state. If not, I will make up a separate video for use state also. So what use state is? Use state is it's like a central repository for our project. Okay, so you can store any details in your use state. So it's like a central container for our components. So I am just trying to create up a simple increment and decrement counter. Okay, so here I am defining one function. I am using ES6 normal functions. You can also use ES5 functions, it's not a problem. So here I have defined up a increment function, and now I will create up a decrement function also. Now I will create our two components, two child components. One is increment, so this is the command to create up a React component fast, RAFCE. Okay, and I will create up a different component. So what I will do, I will call up these components in our parent component. Okay, so automatically when we try to call up these locally created components in our parent component, so they are child components. Okay, and what relation is between these two components, increment and decrement component? These are siblings. So how to pass our data from our parent component to child component? So this is the method. I am passing down this data from our parent component to child component by this, and now what I will do, this is the JSX expression which is needed to pass our data. So I will pass on our function name, increment and decrement. I have to import them as well. So what I will do, I will receive our props in our child component. So these are the sugar elements, they are needed as only one div is only passed, and in the return statement only one div is passed. I have explained this in our first video of our React. So if you have not watched that video, you can watch that. I will paste the link in our description section. So this is the method to receive our props. So I have defined that value. This is the value. So I have named it by data. So I am receiving it with the help of props.data only. Okay. So I will save this, and what I will do, I will receive our second props in our decrement counter also. I will create up a second button decrement, and I will assign one on click method, and there I will receive this. So let's see, I have started our React app previously. So we have to pass our state also. So when I try to press increment button, it is increasing, and when I try to press decrement button, it is decreasing. Okay. So you can see how I have passed on props from our parent component to child component. So this is the basic method to pass on our props from parent component to child component. But there are certain drawbacks also. So let's suppose you have to create up a big project like an e-commerce project. So what all components are there in an e-commerce project? So in e-commerce project, so there are certain components also. So there is a cart section, there is a login section, a register component also, and a home page. So imagine if you are creating up a big project like e-commerce project like Amazon or Flipkart. So from home section or home page section, you have the all the products listed on the home page section. So what you will do, you will try to press up the add to cart functionality, or you will try to press add to cart, and you will try to pass your one component from your home page to cart component. So imagine you have to pass them through props. So that's a basically a difficult task to do. So for that we have two major global state. So for that we have two major global state in React. First method is Redux, and second method is through context API. So basically it's my preference. I prefer context API over Redux because it's a easy task to do, and you can also prefer Redux also. I will Don't worry, I will make two separate videos for context API and Redux also. So there I will also create up a e-commerce project. So stay tuned for that playlist also. So I have made up a presentation also for React props. So this is the parent component, and what I am doing, I am trying to pass up the props from our parent component to child component 1, child component 2, and child component 3. In other parts also I am trying to pass props from our parent component to child component and another child component. So imagine this is a big project like I have explained in this video. So in e-commerce project you don't have to pass your props, your components via props. So we have certain different state management tools like Redux and context API. In next part of the video I will explain you what is prop drilling. So stay tuned on this playlist and subscribe this channel and like this video.